Hello everybody, I'm Jack Laron, your Nashville area real estate agent, and I'm doing a school walkthrough of one of the school systems here in Brentwood, Tennessee, and you're gonna wanna stay to the end because I have some inside knowledge how to move around in the school system within inside Williamson County that you're gonna wanna listen and understand. Hi, I'm Jack Laron, your Nashville area real estate agent. My phone number is right here. If you have any questions about this video or listing a home in this area or buying a home in this area, please call or text. I'd like to talk to you right away. The market here is moving. We're coming out of fall right into spring. Rates are starting to come down, so inventory is starting to come on the market, and you're gonna wanna either be a buyer who's ahead of the search process or a seller getting ahead of the listings coming on the market. Now, I'm standing here in front of Crockett Elementary, and I'm doing this specific school system where we're gonna end up at the high school here in a little bit because I do a monthly mailer to a community that sits right across the street from Crockett Elementary off of Crockett Road. It's called Raintree Forest. And in this monthly mailer for Raintree, I send out what the sales look like, the average selling price, the average days on market, and what the average number of homes have been on the market. And if you would like to be on this mailing list, please reach out to me and provide me your name and address. I'll get you on this mailer, either as a buyer who's interested in getting into Raintree Forest, because when things come on the market in this specific neighborhood, they tend to go pretty quickly. Or if you're looking to sell your home, I want you to know that I'm doing a full set of marketing services to actually list your house and get it the broadest market possible, okay? So Crockett Elementary is, again, right off of Crockett Road. This specific school system that supports Raintree Forest as well as the Governor's Club just behind me sits between Concord Road off of I-65 on the north side and then Split Log Road on the south side coming west off of Interstate 65. So that's pretty much the zoned area for those specific neighborhoods for Crockett and, again, the high school we're going to look at. But if you have any questions about the zoning of where you want to go move to for a school district here in Williamson County, Tennessee, you can go to their website, wcs.edu. So that's williamcharliesam.edu, and you can look at the zoning for Williamson County of where you buy a house and what school system you would end up in. Now, Williamson County, year in and year out, is one of the top school systems in the entire state, and some of the high schools are actually ranked nationally in this for their education in the nation. All right, there's 9 sort of separate high schools within Williamson County, and excuse me if I miss one here, but there's Ravenwood High School, which we're going to tour later. There's Franklin High School, there's Brentwood High School, which also sits in Brentwood, Tennessee. There's Fairview High School in Fairview. I've done a series on that school down below. There's Summit High School in Spring Hill. There's Page out in Arrington. And then there is, and I know I'm forgetting one right now. I'll look it up, but I actually did a series on the 9 school districts in Williamson County. So that it's online if you want to see it. But again, you go to wcs.edu, it'll be on there. All right. So let's take a look at the security aspect of Crockett Elementary. It's very similar across all the schools here in Williamson County. They have what's called senior resource officers. So those are Williamson County sheriffs that are armed on site, and they actually are assigned to these schools to actually assist with security of the school. All right, and so you get to know your resource officers. They know you by name, they know your kids by name. I actually see our resource officers not only at school, but at our church and a lot of the other events in our area. And these school resource officers are tied to these schools to ensure the safety of the school while your kids are here. Now, when you come to Crockett Elementary, just like all the Williamson County schools, you bring your ID, you hit the button, you put your ID up in front of this camera, and then inside these set of walls is an administrative system that actually talks to you through here and then allows you inside the building. But when you go in here, there's another set of these locked doors that you can't get through that give you access to the main school. You actually have to go into the office. And in the office, they have doors as well that you can't travel through unless somebody opens the door to allow you to go through. So in other words, when visitors come into the school, they're not going into the school, they're going into a secure area inside the office. And then if your student needs to be buzzed up or called up, they come to the office versus you walking the hallway in the schools, right? So it says it right here, and this sign is on all the Williamson County school doors. Again, I've done one for the Fairview school system as well, which is Williamson County. They all say the same thing. Visitors must enter through the main office, push the button, present your ID, state the name and the reason for your visit. Now, I go to the school quite a bit. I've got a middle schooler. He gets hungry quite a bit. I'm always bringing his lunch to him around lunchtime. So I'm literally going up to the school, buzzing the button, showing my ID, and then holding up his lunch box at lunchtime. I walk into the receptionist who's buzzing people in, give him the lunch box, and then he has to come in later from another set of doors in the hallway to come get his lunch. On the other side of the hallway is where all the principals and stuff sit. So they're even outside of the purview or the reach of people coming and visiting, the school here. So again, a really secure environment. Williamson County schools, again, top-notch schools, the whole school system. This particular one is zoned for Raintree Forest. Again, the subdivision I'm doing the direct mailer on, Governor's Club. It sits on the east side of I-65, which runs north and south between Middle Tennessee, where we're at, and going down south to Alabama. Between Concord Road, which sits on the north side, and Split Log Road, which sits on the south side, is pretty much the zoned area for this specific school that also feeds the middle school we're going to go look at, and then ultimately the high school. All right, so if you have any questions about this particular aspect of the video, please comment below. My phone number again is right here. Call, text, reach out. I've put my kids through the Williamson County school system. I'm from Texas. I think we hit the jackpot. Their school system here is far better than where I was at in the Austin area. And I'm gonna continue to do some more videos on this. But again, I do luxury listing sales. I help buyers find the right property. I answer your questions. Most everybody coming into this area is from out of town, out of state. And so I'm helping people figure out which areas make the most sense for where they want to be, and the school system's a big aspect of that. So that's why I do these videos on it. This school also sits right next door to Crockett Park. I did an extensive video on Crockett Park. It's a massive park for this school, and again, the subdivision right across the street, and it actually has a YMCA on the backside off of Concord Road that you can access through the park. Again, I've done a video on that, shows the aerials, shows the park itself. I've actually used the park quite a bit myself. And if you got any questions on all that, the other video for that's down below. But let's continue our walkthrough of this particular school system, again, that feeds Raintree Forest and the Governor's Club, which is a private club or private community gated that has a golf course community in it as well. Let's go. Hey, well, this was really simple. So we just got done with Crockett Elementary. We took a left right around the same parking lot, went behind Crockett Elementary on the way to Crockett Park. Again, I've done a video on Crockett Park. And here we are at the middle school, Woodland Middle School, home of the Warriors, okay? So your kids go to the elementary school on the front side, flip it over to the back side, we're at the middle school. So that's pretty compact. Again, if you're living right across the street, Crockett Road in Raintree Forest, I mean, your school system for, kindergarten through 8th grade is literally in the same parking lot. So that really makes the school process really simple for you. Back where I was growing up in Fairview. Oh, by the way, the 9th school that I forgot about, Williamson County, Independence. Just figured that out, all right? You had 2 different elementary schools, 1 middle school and a high school, so you're kind of jumping all around. But this makes it really easy because you've got the middle school and the elementary school on the same property. And again, this school system now is going to feed Ravenwood High School that we're going to go do a video on, or continue the video on that one. Again, Raintree Forest, Governor's Club, even Witherspoon, Concord Road, Split Log Road, west side of I-65, pretty much is the zoned area for this school system, which is why we're doing this. Again, I've got that mailer for the direct campaign mailer to Raintree Forest I send out monthly. If you'd like to receive that, regardless of where you're at, either in Tennessee or outside of Tennessee, just send me your address and I'll get that on the mailer for you. But now let's go check out Ravenwood High School, and that'll conclude our school system for this specific area tour. So here we are, the final destination for your kids when they start in Crockett Elementary, Woodland Middle, and now Ravenwood High School, the home of the Raptors, okay? Now, this particular school is the second school here in Brentwood. It's called Ravenwood. The other one is Brentwood High School. During the football season, they have what's called the Battle of the Woods, where they compete for a trophy over between the two schools, so it's pretty cool. This school also too has flag football for girls. There's 9 schools in the Williamson County school system that have flag football. About 3, maybe 4 years ago, the Tennessee Titans donated a grant to Williamson County to start girls flag football. Ravenwood's actually won it a couple of times, actually beat my hometown Fairview for the championship one year. But great school system, Ravenwood Raptors, again, feeding communities like Raintree Forest, Governor's Club, the gated community that has a golf course in it, Witherspoon. Again, I made a mistake earlier when I was talking about the location. It's actually the east side of 65 between Concord and Split Log Road. Raintree Forest is literally right over the top of the hill on the other side. So the community is real close here for your school district, okay? So the inside information I wanted to talk to you about to end this video on this particular school district is Williamson County. When you are a resident in Williamson County, Tennessee, you're eligible to attend any of the school systems inside Williamson County. Now, what you have to do though is there has to be availability at those schools to allow you to zone into those schools. So when you go to wcs.edu, there's a zone in or zone out section. And when you pull that up, it shows the lists of schools by name, by town, and the actual number of enrollees in that school, along with another column that shows the available seats. If it's available and you put your name in, you have to do it, I believe, in February every year for the next school system or school year, your child can get accepted to attend another school that they're not zoned into. However, if there are more requests to zone into a school than there is seats available, Williamson County, that specific school, will hold a lottery, and based off of the lottery, they'll draw names for students to be zoned in for that school. So it's like musical chairs. If the music stops and you don't have a chair, you cannot go to that school unless you actually are zoned in by moving into that school district. But that's a unique value that the Williamson County schools here in Middle Tennessee offer, is the ability to zone in to a school that you currently do not reside in their district. So it's pretty cool. And again, you can go to wcs.edu, go to the zone in section on the school, and it'll pull up all the school information, availability, how the lottery works, the time frame. I believe it's in February that you have to make that request in for the following school year to be counted in. And you're allowed to actually go zone into a school that you currently do not reside in that district. Okay, so I'm Jack Laron, your Nashville area real estate agent. I service Nashville, Brentwood, obviously, Franklin, Fairview. If you have any questions about this area, or if you're looking to list your home, I do a lot of value-added services like this to get your home and the amenities in the area on the market. If you're a buyer looking into this area, I've got intimate knowledge because I relocated to this area from Texas. I brought my family with me. I've had kids go through these school districts. I have a lot of information I can share with you. Or if there's a video you would like me to make, please leave it on the bottom of my comment section down there. You can like, subscribe, comment, and I'll try to create a video around that. Again, my contact information is right here, my phone number. Please call, reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next video.